Thank you, Toastmaster Mahesh. Talking of childhood, how many of you enjoy reading the Harry Potter series? And how many of you relish watching the movie Munna by MBBS or its remix in Kannada, Tamil or Telugu? I see most of the hands. So, friends, do you wonder what makes a story compelling to read and a movie incredible to watch? Is there a pattern in the great stories which we can apply to our narratives to make them more engaging and effective? Surely, there is a formula which is A, B, D, C, E. Confused? Let me explain. Most great stories ever told begin with an action. An action that is compelling enough to draw us in with an element of curiosity. That's what we call A for action in my formula. And once we are into the story, we want to know what are these characters engaged in the action and what was their background and how they have come together in that scene. That's what we call B for background in the formula. Story then develops and we find what these characters care most about. The drama, the action, the tension, everything grows out of the characters' wants. This is what we call development phase, and this is where majority of the story takes place. After the development phase, we reach a crucial point, which is what C is about, and finally the E. I think most of you are familiar with the full forms of C and E. Anybody? What does C and E stand for?
Climax.
Conflict.
Yeah. C for climax and E for ending. So climax is a crucial point where the hero is pitted up against the anti-hero for the last time. It's a pivotal point after which the things are entirely different for the characters. Finally, the ending, where we come to know what are these characters now, what are they left with, and what does that exactly mean. So now let us analyze, as you are most of you familiar with the Munna by MBBS, let us analyze the story with this formula. But before I do that, let me put on this director's hat and invoke Rajkumar Hirani and say, action. A man who is on a morning jog is hunted by a goon holding a revolver. He bumps into a taxi driver who helps him escape only to land him in a gangster's den. Background. We come to know the taxi driver is none other than the dreaded gangster Munna Bhai himself. Soon we realize that he is a good-hearted Samaritan too. How? He lets the jogger go away when he finds him innocent. Then we come to know that Munna fakes himself as a doctor and runs a fake hospital just to keep his father happy. We are then introduced to the dean, the stern dean of the college, Imperial Institute of the Medical Studies, Dr. J. Asthana. Then we come to the development phase. Munna's father, Hariprasad Sharma, approaches Asthana for a marriage alliance for Munna. Then, once the Asthana finds out that Munna is not a doctor, he humiliates Munna and his father. Infuriated, Munna takes the resolve to become a doctor and restore his father's pride. And that's what exactly he cares for. He joins the college by dubious means. The college is headed by Asthana. Then he wins the love of staff and students of the college. Then he also finds traces of life in a man named Anand, who is a brain dead man with whom doctors have lost all hope. So popularity of Munna makes it difficult for Asthana to oust him out of the college. Climax. Munna is faced by a challenge posed by Asthana to prove his medical knowledge or get rusticated. Munna fails the test and thus ending the conflict between Asthana and him. Then, before moving out of the college, painfully, Munna makes a moving speech saying how he cannot save any life. Meanwhile, as if a miracle, Anand, hearing Munna's speech, comes back to life. Asthana's daughter, Chinky, makes a mocking speech how Munna, who is not a doctor, brought back a dead man back to life. Ending. We can expect some changes in the characters, and that's what exactly happened. Munna's father is proud that Munna is loved by everyone because he taught people how to live, and that's more than just becoming a doctor. Munna gets married to Chinky. Asthana has a change of heart, and he now cares for his people who are his staff and students. So that's it, friends. That's the formula A, B, D, C, E. So using that formula, we come to know how you are drawn to a compelling action, learn the background of characters, enjoy the drama in the development phase, get thrilled at the climax, and finally anticipate the ending. With this formula, watching movies will never be the same again, and the stories you narrate will keep your audience spellbound. And few of you who have not watched the movie, I think you sure will, and that too with a new perspective. Thank you.